You have a beautiful day, breakfast together, laughter, dinner on the table. And then in one sentence,
you haven't done anything for me today.
Have you ever been blindsided like that by a loved one or in caregiving? If so, stay with me until the end because I am going to show you how to handle that flip and keep it from escalating and share with you some tools that will stop it from spiraling. We're having dinner at the kitchen table. It's been a really good day. Dad has been sweet. He's been engaged. He's been present all day. And we're having just normal dinner conversation. Mom says something. It's not dramatic. It's not controversial. It's not even anything that would normally start a fight. And before you know it, he turns. All of a sudden, he is angry. And the really interesting part is, instead of taking it out on my mom, who just said the thing that has frustrated him, he turns and he locks eyes with me. And he says,
And you haven't done anything for me today. You've been negative all day. You haven't thought about me once.
Now here's what you need to understand. We had a good day. I had made French toast with omelets from scratch for breakfast. Dad said that he wanted to clean up the poo in the lanai, and I advocated for him to be able to go out and do that, which, by the way, is no longer a simple task that he can do independently. The last time he had done it by himself, thankfully, Mom had walked out into the lanai right before he took the glove that had poop on it and was about ready to touch his face. She was able to stop that from happening, but it was a wake-up call that he needed to have somebody there because he could no longer go through the steps independently by himself. Dad has always found great pleasure in taking care of our property, whether it's helping in the yard, whether it's helping in the garden, whether it's helping keep the dog mess cleaned up. He finds great pride in serving his family and helping keep our home nice and tidy. So when he said that he wanted to clean the lanai that day, and Mom was tired and she was overwhelmed and she didn't want to spend the energy that it takes to assist him in that moment, I actually said to her,
let's give him this. It's 15 minutes. It matters to him.
And we supported him. I advocated with Mom for her to spend the energy to do it. Mom did a great job and was able to assist him with it. And he was able to fulfill meeting that service that he wanted to give our family that day. I had made homemade enchiladas. I had made cilantro lime rice, black beans, and homemade guacamole. And if you know anything about my dad, the way to his heart is through his stomach. So when he said that I had done nothing for him all day and hadn't thought about him, I interrupted him. Not yelling, not emotional, but I lowered my tone. I was controlled. Authoritative but calm, I said.
Dad, before you continue, let's go over what today looked like.
And then I walked him through it. The wonderful breakfast I had made him, advocating for him with the lanai, and then the glorious dinner that we were all eating in that moment. And then I looked at him and I said,
do you really believe I've been negative all day and haven't taken care of you?
And it stopped him cold. He looked down at his plate and he said,
well, the food has been good today.
And I smiled and I said,
I've made you 2 meals from scratch. Not bad.
And just like that, the escalation ended. And here's the important part. This wasn't about me. This was about sundowning. In dementia and cognitive decline, late afternoon and evening can trigger irritability, paranoia, agitation, and emotional misplacement. The brain becomes fatigued. Memory sequence weakens. Emotional regulation declines. And sometimes frustration gets misdirected onto the safest person in the room, which tends to be the caregiver. It feels personal, but neurologically, it's not. And if we don't understand that, we absorb it. And when we absorb it, we escalate. This is real life. This is real caregiving. And this is where the right tools can change everything. Because when sundowning hits, we don't rise to our best intentions. We default to our preparation. So here's how to rise to the moment. Number 1, lower your tone. Don't raise it. Your nervous system sets the temperature of the room. If I had matched his volume, we would have had a power struggle. So instead, I lowered my voice because calm is stabilizing. Number 2, interrupt the spiral early. I didn't let him build a narrative. I gently interrupted and I said, before you continue, that pause matters because when a dementia brain locks into a storyline, it can be really hard to redirect. Number 3, anchor in concrete facts. Abstract reasoning declines, but concrete reminders can still land. Breakfast, lanai, dinner, specifics, short, simple, and to the point. Be clear. Number 4, protect their dignity while redirecting. Notice what I didn't say. I didn't say, that's ridiculous. I didn't say, you're wrong. I said, let's review today. Your word choice matters. Number 5, understand the identity beneath the behavior. His frustration wasn't about me. It was about control. It was about usefulness. It was about his contribution. And when we support our elders' needs, we reduce these flare-ups. Number 6, don't take the first emotional punch. When someone with cognitive decline lashes out, it often means their brain is overwhelmed. If you react personally, you will escalate neurologically. But if you respond steadily, you will stabilize. Caregiving is not linear. You can have a good day. And in one sentence, it can flip. And it does not mean you didn't have a good day. And it doesn't mean that you failed. And it doesn't mean that they don't love you. It does mean that their brain is changing. And you're learning how to lead in the midst of that change. That night at the kitchen table could have ended completely differently. But calm guidance shifted it. Ever had a moment that has slipped on you? I would love for you to leave your story in the comments below, because when we share these moments honestly, we remove any shame. And that's what Cup of Joy is about. Choosing joy with honesty and supporting each other in the messy middle. I invite you to join Cup of Joy by liking and subscribing. And please share this with someone you know who could benefit from our community and our videos. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to buy me a cup of coffee. Links in the description below. As always, I pray that this video met you where you are at, that it has filled your cup, that with that full cup, you are able to go out into the world and overflow. Because the reality is if we all went out into the world and overflowed, we could truly change the world. So let's go out and change the world. Have a beautiful day.